Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here from CubicKing77.com doing another tech news video encompassing this week's latest and greatest tech news. Today you're going to hear about the HTC One, you're going to hear about some Facebook news and some solar panel news as well, and a lot more, so let's get to it. Now, as I'm sure many of you have heard, HTC has announced the HTC One phone that is coming out in the very near future. Actually, they have announced prices and dates. I do have a video talking about the specs and other various features about the device. I can link to that in the description of the video. But in regards to prices and dates, in the United States, there are going to be three carriers that are going to hold the HTC One at the current moment: AT&T and Sprint, along with T-Mobile. AT&T and Sprint are set to ship out the device on April 19th. While T-Mobile is following a little bit behind on it's speculated April 26th. We don't know the exact date yet. With AT&T and Sprint, it's going to be $199 on contract for the 32 gigabyte variant. While on T-Mobile, it is said to be $99, but they're going to try and incorporate more of a cost throughout 2 years as well. So we'll see what T-Mobile decides to do. Now, I also want to mention HTC is selling a developer edition of the HTC One. It is both SIM and bootloader unlocked. It's bootloader unlocked, so you don't have to mess with it. You can flash your ROMs, etc., and not have to unlock the bootloader or get S off. It's a 64 gigabyte variant for $650. I do want to mention this. I don't recommend anyone purchasing this. I know I'm not going to. The reason being because this will really support HTC's plan to lock down consumer devices. There really should be no separate device to be purchased to get a developer edition for it, in my personal opinion. There should definitely be just one device, and it should come pre-bootloader unlocked, honestly. I don't see why HTC always makes it such a hassle. You should be able to do what you want with your device. So I wouldn't personally recommend buying the developer edition. However, if you do like the ease of use, you have that option. Now, I also want to make a note that iFixit has taken apart the HTC One and it is very seamlessly constructed. That being said, if something on your device cracks, such as the screen, it is very difficult to take apart and replace. So you might want to consider getting a warranty with your HTC One just due to this seamless construction. Very similar thing happened with the latest Mac. On Apple, it's very seamlessly constructed, so if one thing breaks, it's very difficult to take apart and just replace that one thing. Also, one quick note, the Facebook news is going to be a separate video. I have so much to cover on it that I just decided to make a separate video, so see the description if you want to check that out. In other news, solar panels now produce more energy than it takes to make them, so that's some very good news. It's said that between 2015 and 2020, it'll produce enough energy to finally offset all historic costs. So it's really great news on the energy efficiency front. So it is rumored that Google Fiber will be expanding to Austin, Texas in the near future. I believe they have an event planned to announce it. It is still a rumor, but a lot of sources point to it actually coming to Austin, Texas. So if you live in Austin, you're very lucky. I know I want to use Google Fiber myself. It's great that they're expanding, though. Hopefully there's more mass expansion soon. It's great to see more and more competition on the internet service provider front. In California, drivers can now be pulled over for using their navigation on their phone while driving. Very unfortunate for those in California, actually. I have a direct quote, and it's argued that distraction would be present whether the wireless telephone was being used as a telephone, a GPS navigator, a clock, or a device for sending and receiving text messages and emails. So they're just using it as a distracted device. I think that's very unfortunate. I use GPS in my car all the time, the navigation on my phone, and it's very helpful. Honestly, not knowing where I'm going is more of a danger than knowing exactly where I'm going and it even just telling me where I'm going. So very unfortunate for people in California. Hopefully this law can get changed, or it just turns into texting or sending emails. Honestly, I see the danger in texting and such. Obviously you're looking down, but if you have navigation, you have it. I have it sitting on top of my dash right there, so I can just glance at it while I'm looking at the road still. So it's not a big danger for me, especially because it tells me exactly when to turn and where I'm going. There's a new product on Indiegogo now at the moment, raising some money. It's called Breathometer, and what it is an attachment for your smartphone, and it works in conjunction with an app, and it kind of determines what your blood alcohol content level is at. So you just blow into it. It's a mobile breathalyzer. That's exactly what it is. So you just plug it into your device, blow into it, and it lets you know what your blood alcohol content level is. So it's very neat, actually. If you can see the pictures, it's not very big. It's not very large at all, actually. So very cool that they're starting to have this. I think it's something that's very needed and very necessary, actually, just for safety reasons. I know I'll be turning 21 in less than a month now, and my friends most of them are all 21 now. So that being said, you always want to be safe with drinking and driving. You don't want to do it all generally. You'll just have a DD. But in a case that someone has a beer or two, you want to double check and make sure they're okay. This is a great option to make sure that you are safe. Anyways, that's just about all the tech news I have for today. As I said, the Facebook list got a little bit too long, so I'll make a separate video for that. So be sure to check that out if you'd like to. Hopefully you liked this video. Be sure to subscribe to me. If you did, you can click that thumbs up as well. That really helps me out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this tech news. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus as well. All links will be in the description of the video below. And as always, thanks for watching.